Zach Rosenblatt.
Hey Saquon, now that you guys were officially eliminated from the playoffs, as like a leader and a captain, like how do you view what your role needs to be over these last 2 weeks in terms of keeping things on track?
We just got to continue to fight for each other. Obviously, we know the season to go the way that we will like it, but we only have 2 more opportunities left as a team, and Coach kind of said it in our squad meeting today. You never know when your last opportunity is going to be, so you got to try to take advantage of it. Speaking of stuff that I had to deal with last year, of missing the whole season, knowing the game can be taken away from you at any moment. So with these last 2 games, starting up with Chicago, got to come out here and fight, and that's kind of got to be the whole theme as a team and from each player.
Pat Leonard.
Hey, Saquon, why did you decide not to talk after the game on Sunday to us?
I'm pretty sure you guys got in contact with our media team. Just the timing of after the game with treatment and everything. Wouldn't have a line, kind of similar situation to what happened early in the week with Washington, as you would know. And then the next day, timing wasn't going to happen again, and I kind of know that you guys will be able to talk to me Wednesday. So here I am, guys.
And one quick follow. Any thought in your mind of just being better for you physically and for the team next season if you just take these last 2 games off?
No.
Tom Canavan.
Hey, Saquon, this is the first time you're back in Chicago. Is there any thoughts about going back there? I mean, do you sit there and say, I hate the field or whatever?
No. I'm not thinking like I hate the field. I'm just happy that, I'm healthy enough to be able to go out there and, be able to play another game. Like I said, you never know when these opportunities are going to be taken away from you, and that's my whole mindset is just, cherish these last 2 games that we have and go out there and try to finish on a high note.
Jordan.
Saquon, real quick, we didn't see you out there today. Is that sort of like is this sort of like a maintenance thing with you on Wednesdays at this point, and how are you viewing that? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And also, what do you hang your hat on? Like, what do you go into this week and say, we have, we're positive that we can turn it around this week because, we have this offensively. We can still do this.
You got to play for, you just got to have heart. That's what we have to have. That's what we got to hang our hat on. It's heart. The name on the back of your jersey. I think, Jody said it last week to me and Book and a couple of guys. It was like, there's going to be some little kid in that stands that never seen you play before. So you got to take all those things into account too. So obviously the season hasn't ended, hasn't gone the way we would like by any means, but we just got to go out there and fight for each other too. That's another thing. Heart, the pride of your last name, those little kids that are still watching, and for each other.
Don Levy.
Saquon, just because it is going back to Chicago, do you ever let yourself think about what would have happened if that play didn't happen? Like, you guys just missed the playoffs last year. Maybe if you're healthy, you guys go to the playoffs. Maybe this year turns out differently. Do you ever think about what might be different for you and the team right now if that play never happened in Chicago?
I tried not to think about it. The play happened. So I really don't try to think about it. I guess you probably more so last year, but this is a whole different season. This is a whole different year. So, no, that doesn't cross my mind really.
We'll take 2 more, Glauber and then Paul Schwartz.
Saquon, and I got one quick one after this. A lot of times players, when they get injured and they go back to the place where it happened, it will take a moment, sometimes even go to the spot where it happened. Do you think you will do something like this to kind of maybe put some closure on it?
No.
Okay, the other question was, there's been some speculation about your future next year, and you had mentioned about Coach Judge saying you never know when this is going to be the last time on the field. Do you ever think that, this possibly could be your last time or two in a Giants uniform?
No, I don't, and I can't control those things. I can't control those. I can't have that thought process. My thought process is come every single day, try to be the leader I can for the team, try to get better, physically, mentally, all above. And, like I said, with these last 2 games, especially coming up with Chicago, try to finish on a high note and play for each other.
Safe to say your dream is to come back next year and several years after to turn this thing around and be on this team when things do turn around?
Yeah, I've answered that before.
Last one for Paul Schwartz.
Hey, Saquon, in these last 2 games, what would it do for, obviously you want to win these last 2 games as a team, certainly. What would it do for you if you could have a big game and help the team win one of these last 2 games? Does that help a player going into the offseason, having a couple of big games or one big game and saying, that's something I can build on physically, emotionally, personally, all those things?
Not focus on that. Whether it's a big game for me or anybody else, the whole goal is to win. So the whole focus would be to finish on a high note as a team and win these last 2 games.
Can winning a couple of games down the stretch help a team going into next year, mentally, physically, all that stuff?
Definitely. Finish the season off strong, can build confidence rolling into the offseason.